Hi, good morning. My name is Kristen Stoeger. Thanks for joining me for Veterans Yoga Project Gratitude Week. And this morning, I'll guide you on your practice. We're going to do a mixed style practice with a lot of work on the floor, not our knees. And we'll finish with a nice calming yoga nidra meditation to start our day off right. We will begin in what you consider a comfortable seated position. So I'll give you a second to find a position where you can sit comfortably for a few moments. If you need some additional support sitting on a pillow, I have a bolster pillow here, but any pillow will do, is great. You can choose to sit on your knees or crisscross applesauce so your legs straight out. So I'll just give you a moment to find comfort. I like to remind people that anybody can do yoga, and it can be difficult, but it shouldn't hurt. So at any point during your practice, if you have any pain or discomfort, just ease off of that pose and reset and just find a spot in the pose that you feel comfortable. So from our seated position, we'll begin by just bringing awareness to our body and our breath as we start our practice this morning. I invite you to hood your gaze or close your eyes if that feels okay for you today. You can place your hands next to you or on your legs, palms down if you need to feel grounded today, or palms up if you need to receive some energy. Maybe you want it both. Maybe you need to feel grounded and get some energy. And without changing your breath at all, I just want you to notice how you're breathing this morning. Maybe you just woke up and you're rolling out of bed onto your mat. So just notice if you're breathing deeply or shallowly, quickly or slowly, more into your belly or more into your chest. Don't try to change it at all, but just note to yourself how you're breathing. Maybe you're stuffed up and you can't breathe out of your nose because it's cold season. Maybe you choose to breathe out of your nose or your mouth. When you're ready, I invite you to place one hand over your heart space and one over your belly. Gently feeling your chest and belly come up and fall down to your natural breathing pattern. And on your next inhale, I invite you to inhale deeply into your belly, then your chest, and finally fill your throat. And then we'll exhale in the reverse order, letting the air come out of your throat, your chest, and your belly, sucking in that gut to get all of the air out on your final exhale. We'll inhale again into our belly, our chest, and our throat. And then exhale in the reverse order. Throat, chest, belly. Breathe like this on your own for a few breaths. We're just warming up our body here, coming in tune with our body. We start our practice. When you're ready, you can let your hands come down off of your chest and just let go of that breath control and just return to your natural breath. Our bodies breathe without us thinking about it, filling our body with energy and oxygen. We'll inhale, sweep our hands up overhead, stretching tall, reaching those hands up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we'll twist right, bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you, gazing over your right shoulder. And we'll release, untwisting, coming back to center. We do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, sweep those hands up overhead, really tall. Try and stretch up so we're as long as we can be. And on your next exhale, we'll twist left this time. Bring our right hand to our left knee and our left hand behind us, gazing over your left shoulder if you can do that. And gently untwist, coming back to center. Maybe readjust your seating if you need to. We'll do a few rounds of breaths. As we inhale, we'll pull those shoulders up into our ears. And a sigh, exhaling them come down. Inhale, pull those shoulders up into your ears again. And a long sigh, letting them come down. One more time. Inhale, bring the shoulders up into our ears. And exhale, let them fall down. We'll inhale, sweep our left hand up, this time placing our right hand on the mat or ground to the right of you. And you can choose to stay here or for a deeper stretch, coming down onto that forearm, stretching even further over to the right. With each exhale, I challenge you to try and reach your left hand even further away from your body. Try to reach that wall to the right of you. And we'll release, coming back up to center to reset. This time, inhaling that right hand up towards the sky, placing our left hand on the mat to the left of us. Again, you can choose to stay here if this feels like a good stretch for you today. For a deeper stretch, we'll come down onto our left forearm and reach our right hand to the left, even further away from our body with each exhale. And on your next inhale, we'll use that left hand to lift ourselves back up to a strong seated position. Inhale, sweep those hands up overhead, and this time we'll bow forward, trying to keep us straight back and then lowering our hands in front of us for support. Trying to keep us straight back here, but if you need to bow over, that's okay too. And just reaching your hands out in front of you as far as you can. And then using our hands, we'll gently sit back up. However you're sitting, if you're crisscross applesauce like I am, you can roll over your knees. Otherwise, everybody just meet me in a strong tabletop position here with our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. If you look back at your thighs, you should be able to see your feet or your calves behind you so that you know you're properly aligned. You want to keep a straight spine when we're in tabletop position. So just instead of looking up, we want to look down at our mat. And on your next inhale, we'll extend our right leg behind us, keeping our toes on the mat and extending our right heel even further back behind us for a deep calf stretch. We'll let that right knee come down and we'll switch sides. So on your next inhale, extending that left foot and leg back behind you with our left toes on the mat, sinking that left heel even further away from our body. We'll let that left knee come back down, maybe make some adjustments to make sure you're aligned in a tabletop position. And we'll warm up our hips by circling our hips. We'll go down and around. And then come back up. Maybe have some positive pops as you warm up your body today. And switch directions when it feels right for you. And on your next rotation, we'll pause at the top in the tabletop again. We'll inhale and peel our right hand off the mat and towards the sky, gazing over that right shoulder, opening our chest. And as you exhale, thread the needle, sweeping that right hand underneath our body, coming to rest on our right ear, right shoulder, palm facing up. And you can choose to stay here for a deeper stretch. You can extend that left foot back behind you. For a deeper stretch, you can extend your right hand up over, or your left hand up overhead and tense your hand. Or for more of a challenge, you can bring that left hand up overhead towards the sky or wrap behind your back, grabbing your opposite leg. When you're ready, coming out of this position, resetting using that left hand for support. We'll untwist, lift that right hand towards the sky one more time. Maybe roll out our wrist here, and then return to tabletop. Make any adjustments you need. If your knees are hurting you this morning, placing a blanket underneath your knees, or if your wrists are bothering you, coming down under your forearms will help relieve that pain. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So this time as we inhale, we'll peel our left hand off the mat, take it towards the sky, gazing over that left shoulder, opening our chest here. And on your next exhale, we'll thread the needle, sweeping that left hand underneath our body, coming to rest on our left ear, left shoulder, palm facing up. The same as we did on the other side, you can totally stay here if this is a good position for you this morning. For more of a challenging stretch, we'll extend our right leg long and back behind us. We can extend our right arm up overhead, bicep to ear, tenting that hand. Or we can bring our right hand towards the sky, bending it, sweeping it down to wrap behind us. When you're ready, coming out of this position, untwisting, using that right hand for support, bring our knee back down. We'll sweep that left hand towards the sky one more time, maybe roll out the wrist here. And then come back into our nice tabletop position. We'll tuck our toes and gently lift our knees off of the mat in bear pose. Hovering here for a second. And then coming back to rest our belly and our chest on the top of our legs. We'll straighten our legs, drop our heels, and come into downward dog. Maybe pedal out your legs if that feels good for you today. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep our right foot up and back behind us, toes pointed into three-legged dog. We'll sweep that right hand forward to meet our hands at the top of our mat in a low lunge. Maybe using your hand to get your foot up there if you need to. We'll drop our back knee and let the top of our left foot rest on the mat. Your next inhale, we'll press into the left hand and peel our right hand up towards the sky, opening that chest again. As you exhale, we're going to take our right foot out a little bit to the right, bringing our right hand to the inside of our right foot. And this time, peeling our left hand up towards the sky, twisting the other way. And then gently lower back down, walking that foot back between our palms again. So we have our hands on either side of our foot. And when you're ready, we'll extend that right leg straight, flexing our toes towards our face in half Hanuman pose. And gently sit back on your hips, making sure that they stay square in this position for a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, bending into that knee. And we'll bring it back into tabletop position. Make any adjustments you need to reset. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll tuck our toes, gently lift our knees off of the mat here, a few inches. Then we'll sit back, coming to rest our stomach and our chest on the top of our legs. We'll straighten our legs and drop our heels, coming back into downward dog. Maybe pedal out your legs here if that feels good for you today. And on your next inhale, we'll kick our left foot up and back behind us with our toes flexed into three-legged dog on the other side. So we'll sweep that left foot forward, meeting our two palms in front of our mat. We'll drop that right knee, letting the top of our right foot fall flat onto the mat. And then we'll twist open, planting our right hand on the mat and extending our left hand up towards the sky, gazing over that left shoulder. Gently lower that left hand down, bringing that left foot to the left so that our hands are on the inside of our foot. And we'll twist the other way this time, so gently peeling your right hand up towards the sky, gazing, excuse me, to the right, gazing over that right shoulder. We'll gently lower that right hand down and walk that left foot back towards the center. Our hands are on opposite sides of our foot. Coming into half Hanuman on the left side, we'll extend that left foot straight out in front of us with our toes flexed towards our face. Maybe sink our hips back a little bit to ensure that they're square and for a deeper stretch. Coming out of this pose, we'll bend that left knee and then bring it back into that tabletop position again. We'll tuck our toes, and this time just straighten our legs and come up and back into downward dog, letting our heels fall behind us towards the mat. Maybe one day having your feet flat while you're in downward dog. Pedaling your legs out here again if that feels good. Then we'll gently walk our feet to meet our hands in a forward fold, maybe taking a bend in our knees. Feet together here, bend in our knees. So we can fold over even further. You can stay here with some support with your hands or grab opposite elbow to opposite hand, letting your head hang heavy here in ragdoll. Maybe take an exaggerated nod of your head, yes. Or an exaggerated slow shake of your head, no. We hold our heads up all day, so just letting it hang heavy here and relaxed. Relaxing our necks, so good for our spine. And you can stay here for a challenge. You can grab behind your legs, give yourself a nice hug. Or interlace your fingers behind your back and straighten your arms up towards the ceiling. And we'll gently release those hands, letting them fall to the mat or your shins, wherever you're at today. We'll inhale, halfway lift, planting your hands into the mat or your shins or your legs, straightening our back. And then we'll exhale, folding forward, taking a deep bend in those knees. On your next inhale, we'll gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. So we're standing tall in mountain pose. We'll inhale, sweep those hands up overhead, letting your palms come together. Maybe taking a gentle lean to your right, side bend. And then to the left. Coming back to center, we'll do it one more time. Leaning to our right, coming back up, and leaning to our left. On your next exhale, we'll swan dive forward into a forward fold again. Maybe pedal out your knees here if that feels good. We'll inhale, halfway lift, bending your hands into your mat or your shins, straightening that back. Then exhale, forward fold. You take a deep bend in your knees here, or slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time until we're standing tall. Pretending like you're a puppet, someone's pulling your strings, will elongate our bodies so that we're spinning as tall as we can. And then rotating on our mat will come so that our heels are parallel to the edge of our mat, taking a wide stance here like a sumo squat. We'll inhale, sweep those hands up towards the sky, reaching away from us in star pose, trying to be really long. As you exhale, taking your feet out a little wide, we'll come down, sinking into our legs. Maybe using your hands for support, placing your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee. We'll stay here for a second. Taking some nice deep inhales and long, slower exhales. And then we'll dip our right shoulder in, gazing over that left shoulder. And we'll gently come back up to center and switch sides, dipping our left shoulder, gazing over our right shoulder. And then reset, coming to center. We'll inhale, straightening those legs, pointing our toes back towards the mat and extending our arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, we'll slowly hinge forward so that we can bring our hands down on the ground in front of us with a straight back. Maybe take your legs out a little bit further if that is easier for you. You can stay here or stretch down even further, grabbing your hands to the outside of your ankles or feet, letting your head hang heavy here. One day, trying to get your forehead to touch the mat in between your legs. We'll place our hands on the mat in front of us. For some support, we'll take a deep bend in our knees, and then we'll come back up into that strong star pose, straight legs, straight arms, reaching up towards the sky. On your next exhale, we'll twist our left hand up towards the sky. We'll twist our left foot up towards the front of our mat, bring our arms down to a T in warrior two. Letting your right hand come down your right leg, we'll extend our left arm up overhead, coming into peaceful warrior. Reaching further behind us. And then letting that left forearm coming down onto our left knee, we'll extend our right arm up overhead into extended side angle. Gently release, coming back into peaceful warrior for one inhale. And as you exhale, circle sweep your hands to meet your foot. Coming back into that low lunge for one moment. And then stepping that left foot to meet the right in a downward dog position. We'll gently walk those feet to meet our hands in a strong forward fold. We'll inhale, excuse me, rolling up one vertebrae at a time until we're standing tall in mountain pose. This time, as you inhale, sweep our hands up overhead. We'll step our left foot back at a 45-degree angle, bring our arms down in a T, coming into warrior two on the opposite side. Taking a strong bend in that front knee. We'll inhale, letting our left hand come down our left leg and sweeping our right hand up overhead into peaceful warrior. Then allowing that right forearm to come to our right knee or quad, and we'll extend that left arm up overhead back into extended side angle. Okay. Release, coming back into peaceful warrior for one inhale. And as you exhale, circle sweep your hands to meet your foot. And then stepping back into downward dog. We'll gently pedal out our legs here for a moment. When you're ready, coming down onto your knees, keeping your toes together, knees apart, or knees together. However it's comfortable for you, we'll sit back into a child's pose, extending those arms out in front of us, lowering our chest and forehead towards the mat. When you're ready, we'll make our way onto our backs now, lying flat on the mat. I invite you to hug both of your knees into your chest. Maybe taking a gentle rock from side to side. And we'll allow our right leg to come long down onto the mat with our toes flexed, calf pressed into the mat. We'll hug our left knee into our chest. When you're ready, we'll let our left hand come down for support, out, away from our body like a T, and use our right hand to guide our left leg across our body, coming into a twist, gazing over that left shoulder. When you're ready, using that right hand to gently press that left leg back up over our chest, grounding both knees into our chest and hugging them tight. Switching sides now, we'll hug just our right leg into our chest, letting our left leg come down and long onto the mat. Left toes flexed and our left calf pressing into the mat. We'll hug that right knee into our chest even deeper. Maybe try to bring it to the right of your ribs as you hug it towards your shoulder. And then we use our left hand to guide that right knee across our body towards the left, taking our right arm out to a T, gazing over that right shoulder. We use our left hand for support to gently lift that right knee back over our chest, bringing that left to meet the right so that we're hugging both of our knees into our chest again. And then we'll let our feet come flat onto the mat, knees pointing towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, I invite you to kick your right foot up towards the sky. And then gently cross it over the left leg like a figure four. We'll weave our hands between our legs, interlacing our fingers behind our left thigh or knee, and hug both of our legs in towards our chest. And we'll gently let our left foot come back to the mat, uncrossing our right leg and meeting our left foot flat on the mat, knees pointing towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, we'll sweep that left leg up towards the sky for a moment, and then cross it over our right like a figure four. We'll weave our hands between our legs, grabbing behind that right leg and hugging both knees in towards our chest. Then we'll release our hands, allowing our right foot and left foot to meet each other on the mat. We'll send our left leg down and long on the mat and extend our right foot up towards the sky, toes flexed, and then grabbing behind our right leg behind your knee or your hamstring, whatever's comfortable for you. And you can choose to stay here or gently pull that right leg towards your body for a deeper stretch. And we'll release that right leg, bending our knees, pointing towards the sky, bringing our feet flat on the mat. Switching sides, we'll allow our right leg to come down and long on the mat, and extend that left foot up towards the sky with our toes flexed, interlacing our fingers behind that left leg. Again, you can choose to stay here for a deeper stretch, gently pulling that left leg towards your body. And then gently bending that left knee to bring that left leg down, bring that right foot to meet the left. We'll scoot our feet a little bit closer to our body this time. Using our hands for support, we'll take them out at a 45-degree angle with our palms facing down. On your next inhale, gently lift your body up into a bridge, tucking your chin into your chest, squeezing those knees together. And then gently rolling down one vertebrae at a time. We'll do that again as you inhale, lifting your body off of the mat, tucking your chin into your chest, bringing those knees together. And on your next exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And then I invite you to hug both of your knees into your chest again. Maybe taking a gentle rock from side to side if that feels good. And on your next inhale, we'll bring both of our feet up towards the sky with our toes flexed into waterfall pose. Bring your arms to your sides. Maybe taking a slight bend in your knee if you need some extra support here today. Or you can take your hands behind your legs. That feels good too. And on your next exhale, we'll release, bending those knees into our chest, gently rocking from side to side again. And then on your next exhale, allowing your legs to come down and long onto your mat. We'll sweep those hands up overhead, pointing our fingers, pointing our toes for a nice morning stretch here. Getting our body ready for the day. With each exhale, I invite you to try and reach even further away from your body. Try and reach your fingers and toes to the opposite walls. And then we'll gently let go, bring your arms to your side. And we'll make our way onto our belly. Coming to bring your arms at your side, palm facing up, resting on your right ear. We'll extend our right arm out to the side, perpendicular to our body. And we'll use our left hand for support as we push our chest and roll onto that right shoulder, right hip. And you can choose to leave your leg stacked here or to gently bring that left leg behind us. Our knee bent, foot flat on the ground behind us. And for a deeper stretch here, you can extend that left arm up towards the sky, bicep to ear, tenting our hand up overhead. And then we'll use that left hand for support as we gently unroll and come to rest on our bellies. This time coming to rest on our left ear, extending our left arm out to our side, perpendicular to our body. We'll use our right hand this time to gently press our bodies off of the mat, coming to roll onto that left shoulder, left hip, and bringing that left leg back behind us, foot flat on the mat. I'm sorry, right foot back behind us, flat on the mat. You can stay here, extend that right arm up overhead, bicep to ear, tenting our hand overhead. And then use that right hand for support as you gently roll onto your belly. Bring your arms to your side, resting on your right or left ear, whatever feels most comfortable for you, and just rest here for a few breaths. And then gently coming back onto our mat, on our blank flat, on our back this time. Give you a moment to get back onto your back. We'll take a deep inhale, hugging those knees into our chest, maybe rocking from side to side. And as you exhale, allowing your legs to come down and long, laying on your mat, maybe letting your feet flop out to the side, bringing your arms to your side, palms facing up if that feels comfortable for you. I invite you to bring awareness to your whole body, laying here on the mat. You're effortlessly supported by the mat and ground underneath you. Maybe noting the points which you feel pressure and support, like your heels, calves, hips, upper back, shoulders, the backs of your hands, backs of your arms, and the back of your head. And if it feels comfortable for you this morning, I invite you to close your eyes or hood your gaze here and turn your attention towards your breath. On your next inhale, we'll tighten every muscle in your body, making everything tense. Ball your fists, squeeze your toes, clench your teeth, make your forearm and eyes, just everything tight. And then let it go on your exhale. We'll inhale again, tightening every muscle in our body, becoming tense. And then exhale, allowing our body to relax and melt back into our mat. I invite you to bring your attention to your whole body again. And as we rotate consciousness around our body, I invite you to name each body part back to yourself as I name it to you. We will begin with the big right toe. Second toe of your right foot. Third toe. Fourth toe. Pinky toe of your right foot. The top of your right foot. Right ankle. Right shin. Right knee. Right upper leg. The right side of your abdomen. The right side of your ribs. Your right armpit. Your left big toe. Second toe of your left foot. Third toe. Fourth toe. The pinky toe of your left foot. Top of your left foot. Left ankle. Left shin. Left knee. Left upper leg. The left side of your abdomen. The left side of your ribs. Your left armpit. Right thumb. Pointer finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger of your right hand. Right palm. The top of your right hand. Right wrist. Right forearm. Right elbow. Right upper arm. The top of your right shoulder. Left thumb. Pointer finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger of your left hand. left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, the top of your left shoulder, your belly button, whole stomach, whole chest, collarbone line, front of your neck, chin, both cheeks, both nostrils, tip of your nose, both eyes, your eyebrow line, forehead, top of your head, back of your head, back of your neck, upper back, middle back, lower back, the backs of both upper legs, backs of both knees, backs of both calves, both heels, the bottoms of both feet. Your whole body. Bring awareness to your whole body, one solid piece, totally supported on your mat. Bring awareness to your whole body. With your eyes still closed, I invite you to reawaken your body little by wiggling your fingers, maybe stroking your thumb across the tips of your fingers, feeling each one. And then gently wiggling our toes. Gently rocking our legs from side to side. Our arms rocking from side to side. And then slowly taking your head to the right. And then to the left. And pausing at the top. We'll inhale, bending our knees, letting our feet come flat onto the mat. And then rolling onto whatever side you choose, right if you need to receive energy today, or left if you need to feel grounded. We'll gently roll onto one side, bringing your arm up overhead to rest on your bicep. When you're ready, using your hands for support, I invite you to gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. We'll inhale, sweep those hands up overhead one more time, stretching tall and long as you can. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. I'd like you to note one thing that you're grateful for this morning. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, for showing up for yourself this morning and starting your day off right. My name is Kristen. I appreciate you all being here, and thank you so much again. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.